number 8 for Zaragoza. There he is. What a signing he was for them. Oh, wonderful player. Heavy little, certainly targeting Milito, his fellow countryman up front, wearing number 22. And this, of course, a repeat of the Spanish Cup final, when Espanyol completely stunned Zaragoza, beating them 4-0. Zaragoza on that particular day, red-hot favourites to lift the trophy. Didn't go according to plan, though. There's Aymar. Claimed he was fouled there. The referee not interested at all. And here come Espanyol for the first time. Counter-attack. The keeper's come out a long way here. And in the end, Cesar's challenge. Enough to see the ball spin out on this near side. He really had to make sure he got the ball cleanly there. There's David with a cross, and Diogo, the former Real Madrid defender, with the block. Just couldn't find his way into the team, and in the end they had to let him go. Uruguayan international as well, Diogo. And off Diogo, who wants the goal kick and gets it. Big, solid lad, Diogo. Certainly the Zaragoza fans were happy when he joined them. Good strike force, though, Zaragoza, Everton and Milito. And again, Pablo Aymar targeted, and the last thing that Espanyol need is a name in the book, and that is Costa, who will need to be extremely careful. Obviously aware, well, there's no question. Deliberate foul, nowhere near the ball. But already the threat of Aymar so clearly visible. So Costa on yellow. If you have just joined us, Paul Breen Turner in La Romareda Stadium here in Zaragoza, where only 3.5 minutes. No clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities here. And there's a shirt pull, and I wonder if the referee will go for the notebook again. Diogo really with no attempt to play the ball. With the breakaway. By Poncio, Diogo, Milito. Two Militos, remember, Gabriel and Diego. Gabriel Milito wearing number 6. Had a difficult arrival when he arrived in Spain. He was supposed to sign for Real Madrid from Independiente and failed a late medical. Here's Pablo Aymar. Diego making the extra man here on the right. And that's deflected. Alexandro with the cross. Already you can see both coaches out of the dugouts. That's the Espanyol coach, Valverde. And that's a poor ball in. By the way, Zaragoza, according to the book, is big favourites, 2-1 to win here. Espanyol 4-1. We'll get 3-1 for the draw. Kameni, who was a target for Manchester United about a season ago. A little bit of a dip in form, but he's a huge fellow and a really good stopper as well. Cameroon international. Still only 22 years old is Kameni. 1.88 m tall. And there are lots of little stoppages here. That wasn't tidy, was it, from Riera? There's a cut there, and Ponthio certainly felt the full blunt of that. It may just be on the lip, but the referee will have to stop the game here. If he sees too much blood, Ponthio will have to go off. And City fans watching around the world, you'll remember that Riera played 15 times for Man City last season. Scored just one goal. It didn't really work out for him in the Premiership. Here it is again. Got the left arm. Bang. Oof. Just wonder if there'll be any afters there between Riera and Ponthio next time they battle for the same ball. Ponthio wearing 14 for Zaragoza. Riera 11 for Espanyol. Still having treatment here. Had a cut on the lip. It's one of the worst places to try and stop the blood from coming out. So both sides without a win yet. Both beaten in the first week of the Spanish League. Aymar, and again blocked. Clear tactics here from Espanyol. They've singled him out, and quite rightly so, I suppose, as the danger man. The game hasn't really settled down, has it? 9 minutes gone, and it's an intense battle in midfield. Still waiting for the first clear-cut chance. Espanyol, the visitors, have never ever won the Spanish League. They've won the cup on 4 occasions. And of course, the current cup holders. This is Riera. Zaragoza a little more successful. No league title for the home side. It's decent running from Diogo. Actually have won the Spanish Cup 6 times, Zaragoza, the Super Cup once. Won the old Fairs Cup back in 1964. It's now the UEFA Cup. And also the Cup Winners' Cup in 1995. Arsenal fans, I don't think, will ever forget that astonishing injury time stoppage goal from Naeem from the halfway line. Certainly David Seaman will never forget it. And that was the one that gave Zaragoza their big win in Europe some 11 years ago. Diogo's certainly been busy on this right flank early on in the match. Backed by Ponthio, who seems to have recovered since he got that knock on the lip. Aymar again. Wants the ball all the time, he's hungry for it. And again, just a little push off the ball. Costa already booked early on for a challenge on Pablo Aymar. Options here, perhaps three in the centre. Needs a decent cross. Hit the outside of the post. Khomeini, to be fair, had it completely covered and decided to let it go and not concede a corner. And goes off the outside of the post. See it better from this angle. So frustrating for City fans. Riera arrived with so much potential, didn't deliver. Centre conceding the throw-in, former teammate, of course, of Pablo Aymar from Valencia, both with different teams. This is Aymar. Diogo again on the right. This is Riera. It's an untidy header. Sergio with the block. Signed from Celta de Vigo, Sergio. Solid, strong defender. Coming forward here for Espanyol. It'll be with the outswinger, deep to the far post. Oof. Just didn't quite drop. It's La Cruz who'd joined the attack. Just couldn't quite get on the end of things. A little walk around the town, or the city really, today. I have to tell you, if you do plan to travel here to Spain, magnificent cathedral here and huge square as well. It's packed solid today with people enjoying the afternoon sunshine. The cathedral really was quite breathtaking. Make sure you bring your camera. Not much from Milito and Everton in attack yet. Here is Everton. That's not a bad ball over, and Khomeini had to get there. Milito arriving in the centre. Well, most of our hopes in attack on this man, and not surprising after last season. Milito and Everton, 27 goals between them in La Liga. And if you take into consideration other competitions, 41 goals between Everton and Milito. It's the best we've seen from either thus far. It's still early. 16 minutes of this first half gone. Zaragoza nil, Espanyol nil. Realistically, these sides will be aiming for the top 6 place, and you'd have to say positions 5 and 6 offering a UEFA Cup place. Anything above that would be a massive surprise. Anything below that wouldn't. From distance, well, says not too sure. Stretches out, but it's well wide in the end of the target. First effort we've seen from Luis Garcia. This was the ball in from Everton, and Kameni had to get that. Victor Fernandez returning to Zaragoza. He was a coach here before and has travelled quite a lot since then. Time wasting by Espanyol. Poncio seems to have a roaming role in the Zaragoza side today. Might be a free kick. Looked like a push in the back. Just a little nudge. It's Luis Garcia covering back and just went in there with the right elbow. So options here perhaps. Sergio coming forward, the big number 23. Milito in there as well. And that's bread and butter really for Kameni. Zapata with the header out. Poncio. Forward by Milito. And now Pablo Aimar. And by Diogo. There's a chance here perhaps for Espanyol. Zaragoza struggling to get players back. Garcia. And there's a strong challenge. Good work by Sergio. And rather spoils it with a sloppy pass. Rufete. And that could go anywhere. It's gone out for a corner kick. With not much to do so far. This was the challenge by Sergio. Came out of defence brilliantly and then rather wasted the opportunity to turn defence into attack. Espanyol with this Luis Garcia corner. Oof. Sergio in front of the keeper. High looping ball in. This should be the keeper's. Just about got it, although La Cruz, the big centre-half in there to try and put him off. Anything wrong with this? I don't think so. In fact, if anything, the keeper gave La Cruz a little nudge in the back of the head. I'm going to send out my thoughts to Steve Irwin's family. Crocodile hunter, as he was. Nobody taught so many people so much about wildlife. Freak accident in Australia with a stingray has cost the life of Steve Irwin. The reason I bring it up, I actually was in the Cayman Islands recently, swimming with the stingrays. And they were most charming creatures. It's a complete freak accident. No sting in this game at all. We're locked at 0-0 with few opportunities. Should be a free kick, although Costa's furious. A real opportunity there to break away. Jonatas, the man who was fouled. It's really lacking a bit of flair here. There's a lot of strong, tough tackling. It's just lacking a little bit of open play, some decent passes. There's Ponthio with that bandage now on his lip. Diogo. Ponthio again. Quick forward ball from Pablo Aimar, who wanted the return. Costa claimed he was fouled. This is Aimar. Might open up here. Everton in the centre. And again, that's the difference. When you see great sides, your Barcelonas, your Chelseas of this world, you don't see sloppy passes like that. And if you do, one thing is for sure, the coach will be out of his dugout and letting his team know all about it. Here's Melita. Just past the midway stage in this first half here in La Romareda. Zaragoza 0, Espanyol 0. It's a repeat of the Spanish Cup final from last year. In week 2 of the Spanish League. Zaragoza trading the possession 58% for the home side. And again, another sloppy pass. Touchback to Carmeni, who was very calm about it. Return ball for La Cruz. La Cruz, who followed his manager when Valverde left Athletic Bilbao. He called on this man and said, "Why don't you join me?" And La Cruz said he didn't really have to think for too long about it. Ambitious from Rufete. Decent turn from Everton now for Aimar. Ponthio on the right. He's left, and the flag has gone up on this near side. Alexandra can hardly believe it. Was the shot from Rufete. It was just in wide of the post anyway. I think it's De Alejandro has been booked for protesting there. you have just joined us, that's Ponthio, got cut on the lip. It was a loose elbow. And indeed, a silly yellow card for Don Alexandro. I need to watch his step now. Did he say anything there? Doesn't look like it. You stop players gesturing. Surely they've got to be allowed to show a little bit of emotion. I saw enough of that in the World Cup, and it's Alejandro again protesting. What are you going to do? Bring out another yellow card? Got to allow players to show some sort of expression, otherwise you'll take everything, the passion, out of the game. Well, there it was. Okay, that's cleared it up. So it was throwing the ball down. Well done to our producer. That's scrappy from Riera. Maybe that's what the game needs. A little bit more bite. A little bit more urgency. Oof, straight onto the back of the foot of Sergio. Melito. Strong challenge on Rufete, who keeps possession and should win the free kick, and does. And the crowd are becoming frustrated now. And Victor Fernandez sits down in his dugout in disgust. And the crowd are chanting their disgust at the official. Oh, grab you by the neck, ref. Maybe he looked at a teammate. Still 0-0, but a little bit more passion after 29 minutes here. Free kick to Espanyol. Touchdown from Rufete. A throw-in to Zaragoza. These sides have met here 49 times, and Espanyol have only ever won here on 6 occasions. 19 draws, 24 wins for Zaragoza. It certainly really was a stake in the heart last year when Espanyol absolutely blasted Zaragoza out of sight in the Spanish Cup final. Hasn't been a lot of talk of revenge for that in the build-up to this game. Some of the fans were talking about it ahead of kick-off, and how much they were looking forward to seeing Pablo Aimar in action. Victor Fernandez, the Zaragoza coach, he was at Celta de Vigo and had a couple of seasons in Portugal with Porto. Decided it was a good opportunity to return home, and we've got another card coming out here. Oh dear! Well, a red card. Well, somebody has said something. Is it Ponthio? A direct red. Well, the referee didn't even hesitate. And it looks like more cards, a yellow card. Melita has completely lost his head. Gabriel, get away from the referee. Goodness me. So, Zaragoza are down to 10. And they're all asking why. Ponthio must have insulted the official. Impossible for us to know what was said. Well, it was a handball. But watch the referee. Something was said, and what was going to be a yellow suddenly was changed to a direct red. Ponthio stuck his hand out, a deliberate handball, and a yellow card was coming out. Something was said, the referee immediately showed red. So the game has suddenly become really fired up, and massive pressure now on the referee for the rest of the match. All that in the 31st minute here of the first half. Forward by Aymar. Might open up here. Corner kick. Now Cruz with the vital challenge. And Zaragoza have just got to keep their heads here. Again, it was Aymar, the danger man. Corner kick again. That's the visiting coach. And that was Nolito, absolutely furious. Sergio should win the aerial challenge there. Appeals for hand. Of course, every challenge now will be received with screams from the crowd. Victor Fernandez joining in. Well, it might not be much of a football match, but there is plenty of passion here, and here come Espanyol. "12 minutes until half-time. Big challenges going in. And another one. Now, what will the referee do here? Massive pressure on the official. And a yellow card comes out. Alejandro, rather theatric. Victor Fernandez wanted a little bit more. Sergio penalised for handball there a little earlier. It's actually Jonatas who was booked for that previous challenge. Both central midfielders, Costa and Jonatas, in the referee's book for Espanyol. Nolito and Di Alejandro for the home side. Ponthio already off, having seen red in 31. Nolito very wide on that left flank. He needs to get into more central position, really. Again by Gabriel Nolito. It's Pablo Aymar. Riera. Huge pass from David over the head of Rufete. And De La Peña warming up for Espanyol. That's not a bad move, really, by Ernesto Valverde. He's got both central midfielders on yellow cards. It's a physical game, and the pressure on the referee to perhaps bring out a red card if a bad challenge went in from an Espanyol player. And every single time now the challenge goes in, the Zaragoza players are staying down. Jonatas has just received a yellow. I wonder if, well, It was a rather clumsy challenge to make. 10 minutes until half-time. I don't think Valverde can risk keeping both those midfielders on yellow cards on the pitch, considering the atmosphere and the way the match has gone so far. So we may well see a substitution. Diogo for Everton. Alejandro. Chance for Aimar! And Zaragoza take the lead. And it's Milito with a strike. Pablo Aimar started the move. Looked to me like he'd finished it. Milito raises his hands in the air. Here's the ball in. Well, it is Pablo Aimar. It's a terrific finish. And Carmeni shouts encouragement to his teammates. Pablo Aimar with a terrific finish. And Milito running around with his hands in his up in the air celebrating. Confused a few of the journalists, but no question who struck it. A man from Argentina, his fellow countryman, Pablo Aimar. The record signing, the star signing, and on his first home appearance for his new club. He's played brilliantly in this first half. And the icing on the cake there is he scores the opening goal here in La Romareda this season. Riera, beautifully done. He's looked a good player here, Riera. Even though he didn't make it with Manchester City, he's really done quite well here in the first half. Well, it's certainly a man's game out there tonight, isn't it? Full credit as well to Quartero there with the ball in. That set up Pablo Aimar. Donatos. Colomina spreads it wide to the right. That's a rather short ball. On the nutmeg. Appeals for a card. Victor Fernandez again unhappy. Straight through the legs. He's got to be ecstatic with the way his side have come back after losing Ponthia to that red card and then taking the lead. Just launching the ball forward. Espanyol haven't made the change that we expected. But I'm pretty certain that you will see it in the second half. I'm certain that De La Peña will make an appearance, and if it stays for much longer like this, then Tamudo, who's not 100% fit, will surely come off the bench as well. What was a rather dull, rather boring encounter suddenly opened right up and is an interesting spectacle now. Can the 10 men of Zaragoza in white hang on to their 1-0 lead in the second half? And can Espanyol hang on to all of their players? Forward again for Aymar. He's had a splendid first half. He really played well. This was the goal. Portero with the cross, and Pablo Aymar anticipating well on the edge of the 6-yard box. No real chance for Kameni. Again, beautiful turn from Aymar. Nobody there though on that left flank. Will be a free kick to Espanyol. Coro collapsing. Forward by Costa. Diogo. Oof, well, the referee following the action closely, and Portero's penalised there. Doesn't change wherever he's gone, Victor Fernandez, the Zaragoza manager here. Plenty of emotion, plenty of arm waving. He's been sent off a few times in his career. So Luis Garcia, perhaps to have a strike at goal here. Into the last 90 seconds of the first half. That's a long way out. So should get a good look at this. And there's the shot. Well, it was rather spilled by the goalkeeper. The ball went out over on the far side, and Cesar puts his hands up and says, all right guys, didn't quite do the job then. Here's the shot, Luis Garcia, and spilled by the keeper. It was Melito who made the clearance. Really should be holding on to that. That's poor goalkeeping. This is David. And again, an untidy pass. Costa would not have appreciated that. Just over the head of Luis Garcia. And that should be a free kick, a rather clumsy challenge. Costa. That's a decent ball. Coro spreads it wide for Rufete. Melito with the clearance, danger not gone. Costa may fancy a crack from here. Coro again, still the danger not gone. Hooked in by Rufete, and that's drifting out. Goal kick, and we have 2 minutes of time added on the stoppages at the end of this first half. To just pick out number 17, that's Sergio, by the way, limping there for Zaragoza. Everton wearing 17 for Zaragoza. His work rate has been quite outstanding this first half. And back helping out his defence. In attack when they've needed him, and along with Pablo Aymar, really have been the two key players in this first half for the home team. And they hold on to their 1-0 lead with one man short after the sending off of Poncio. It's a long, hopeful ball. The cameraman is worried about the leg of Sergio. Trying to put an ice pack or something, a little bit of the magic spray on now at half-time. Riera. David, last attacking chance of this first half, but again a poor ball in. It's Pablo Aimar, the scorer. Big challenge by Costa. On my watch, that is time up now for this first half. We played the 2 minutes with time added on the stoppages. Referee still allowing play to go on. Rafete. Thought he took a kick off the ball there. And that is the half-time whistle. Rafete stays down. Looked to me like he got quite a kick, and Luis Garcia complains to the referee.
And let's send you back to La Romareda. Paul Breen Turner standing by with the second half of the match commentary.
Welcome back to La Romareda, and boos already for the official, who comes out for the second half, having sent off one of the home players, one of the top Spanish film directors, David Troba. But no Cine required in the second half here. Zaragoza leading by a goal to nil. And bringing on influential midfielder Movilla for the second half. Poncio sent off. And well, we're going to have real fireworks here in this second half. If you've got plans to go somewhere, maybe delay them by a little while, because Tamudo has come on as well. The hitman is on for Espanyol. Really looks motivated, but Rafet is off. Took a knock at the end of the first half. And you can feel the buzz ahead of this second half. Zaragoza leading by a goal to nil, but with a man less. A striker has come off for Zaragoza, Everton, who worked ever so hard in the first period. And it looks like Zaragoza are going to try and just dig their heels in and hang on to what they've got. Leading by a goal to nil here against Espanyol. It's a repeat of the Spanish Cup final. Zaragoza in white lost to Espanyol. There is the visiting coach Valverde, who's not had a lot to say, and the former Man City player Riera there. But Espanyol looked to me to have had a real talking to at half-time. Will it backfire on Zaragoza if they go too defensive? Espanyol already on the attack. Remember, it's week 2 in the Spanish league. Both sides lost their opening games, so really do require victories here today. Especially Zaragoza with home advantage. Good crowd here tonight as well. You've got to be not at capacity, but pretty close to 30,000 in a 35,000 all-seater stadium. This is Luis Garcia for Espanyol. Costa. Keep an eye out for Tamudo. He's wearing number 23 in the centre, and has already got in between the two defenders, Sergio and Molito. They'll have their hands full without doubt. Diogo has been solid as a rock at right back. And there was one mistake from this man, the Zaragoza keeper, Cesar, who did spill a shot in the first half. Got away with it. Way up into the night sky. It's been a nice afternoon here in Zaragoza. Temperatures dip now to a comfortable 18 degrees Celsius at the moment. Paul Breen Turner in the commentary position. Nice to be with you. So the whole match was fired up in the 31st minute of the first half when Poncio received a red card for abuse to the referee. And Sanchez with the foul. Well, it was one of those horrible 50-50 challenges. Molito charged in. It's Luis Garcia, I think, who's gone down. Certainly the referee with a lot of pressure on him here tonight, especially after sending off the home player. Sanchez slips but gets back, and then brought away by Quartero. The goal scorer. What a player he is, Pablo Aimar. What a signing he was. And oh, how you missed out. And I don't care if you're Man United, if you're Bayern Munich, if you're AC Milan, there is surely a place in your squad for a player like Pablo Aimar. Movilla Fascinating character, Movilla. More on him in a moment. Diogo gets the return ball. Movilla calling for it in the centre. Here he is. Let's tell you a little bit about Movilla. Played for Atletico de Madrid, before that Malaga. And when he was at Malaga, I had the chance to sit down with him. When you ask footballers odd questions, sometimes you get odd answers. And I said, what did you do before you were a footballer? And he looked and he laughed. And he said, you know, Paul, I was a garbage collector. I was a dustman in Madrid. We'll be hoping that he can pick up all the loose rubbish in midfield and turn it into positive possession for Zaragoza here tonight. Here's Quartero. Neymar. Di Alessandro. He did well to get the cross in. There was hardly anything open. And here's the counter-attack from Espanyol. Luis Garcia. Tamudo in the centre. The ball went behind him. And Sergio with no problems cleaning up. Here's the counter-attack. The 10 men of Zaragoza coming forward. Sanchez with a lunging challenge. Well, that really was cynical. And Sanchez into the book. And I don't think he'll even complain about that. He knew he had to make the challenge. Oh dear, oh dear. Plenty of signals from Victor Fernandez as to what he thought the referee should have done. Scored like 3 yellow cards, Aymar, and scored a goal as well. He was kept in at the far post. Carmeni must get there and does. And it's certainly opened up a lot in this second half. Riera for Espanyol. 1-0 down here against Zaragoza. Sanchez coming forward. Jonatas. In from Garcia. It was towards Tamudo at the near post, and Milito concedes the corner. Certainly between him and Sergio. It is again. And Milito just in front of Sergio. Sergio again with the header out. It's a cross into the far post, but more of a hit. Can't find Milito. Not the best of clearances from Cesar. Sanchez. Might open up. That's deflected. And over the top for a corner. Came off the back of Milito. Cora more than happy to have a crack from that. 5 inside the box for Espanyol. Header out from Milito. Alejandro. Hake in no hurry at the back, although Espanyol trailing here by that first half Pablo Aimar goal. 9 minutes into this second half. Jonatas with the long ball to the right. Here's Sanchez. Oh, right. Big strong challenge. Partido it was. She made the Zaragoza goal. Here's for handball. That's the way they do it, isn't it? Don't argue with the referee, just give him a look. You can see the right arm, it's a clear handball. And Tamudo just glares like an angry lion at the referee. That's the way to do it. There's no point getting the official to get you booked. There's maybe a lesson there. As the game changes and referees clamp down on players, cards come out far too easily. Just make an expression. An old saying, one look is worth 1,000 words. Foot up against Zapata. Riera. Wanted the free kick, didn't get it. Movia forward. Aimar wants it played left. Zapata again. Diogo. Alessandro. Just slightly overhit the ball for Milito. There's the other Milito. Remember, two Militos in the Zaragoza side, one in defence, one in attack. This is Costa. Hassled by Zapata. Too much so the referee awards the free kick. Forward by Tamudo. Luis Garcia for Sanchez. This is Hake. Didn't see much of Hake in the first half. Riera's through ball. Luis Garcia was the target, and it's just kept in by Cesar. Just over half an hour of the match remaining, and both sides having to change their lineups in this second half. Zaragoza in wide, of course, with a man less than Espanyol after that first half sending off of Poncio. This is Sanchez. Jonatas back for Sanchez. Defence for Zaragoza standing firm at the moment. Forward by Movia. And Pablo Aimar has taken a terrible whack in the back. He really has received some treatment here tonight. And it's Hake with the challenge. Oh, at the base of the spine with the knee. Not recommended. Espanyol wanted a free kick there. It wasn't given. Alejandro. By Zapata. What's the return ball? It's really played well. Number 21. Just ran out of space there. This is Costa. Strong challenge by Sergio on Tamudo. And the change for Zaragoza. a good clean challenge on the near side, and to be fair, Quartero stayed on his feet for as long as he could. No theatrics. You see there the ball cleanly taken by Sanchez. What a game, what a first appearance on home soil. The new signing has become already a local hero. Didn't want to come off either. Pablo Aimar scored this goal in the first half on his first appearance here. Looks furious to be substituted, by the way. Here's the replacement, Oscar, who is a striker. Oscar wearing number 5. I wonder if they'll regret that. He still seemed to be full of beans, did Pablo Aimar. And they haven't given up here, Espanyol. And still coming forward, Melita with the clearance. Riera. Sergio with the clearance. Big jump by Riera. Costa. Sanchez on the right. Oscar, the defender. He'd rather come on and be an attacker. He's able to play at striker or back in midfield, but they're going to use him in defence by the look of it. That's going to be a corner kick off Sergio. Just quickly a little bit on Oscar, the substitute. Born in Salamanca, 3rd season after signing from 2nd Division Valladolid. And more changes here, this time for Espanyol. Desperately pushing for an equaliser. And it's Walter Pandiani replacing the defender David Garcia. Pandiani, of course, from Deportivo, and Birmingham City fans will know all about him. So it looks like 3 strikers up front here for Espanyol. Here's the counter-attack. He's been such an annoying little player. He's been like a thorn in the side of Zaragoza, as this man, number 10, De Alessandro. I'll tell you what, that is some strike force to worry about now at the back for Zaragoza. Pandiani, Luis Garcia and Tamudo. And they've got just under half an hour to get an equaliser, and who knows, maybe even a winner for Espanyol. But it's the whites of Zaragoza hanging on to that 1-0 lead. And that went out over on the far side, throwing to Espanyol. Luis Garcia slips it past Quartero. Then the defence standing firm, standing strong against Espanyol. Forward by Movilla. There's not a lot of room here for Oscar, the substitute. Looked unsure where to go then for a second. Well, that's a silly place to give away a free kick. Well, he's been outstanding, hasn't he? There's the coach. I would suggest that suit will be in the dry cleaners after tonight. He was on his knees a few minutes ago, so I'm sure Mrs. Fernandez won't have been impressed. Zabaleta about to come on for Espanyol as well. They've got a free kick to defend against here. Well, there's no Aymar to take this. There's the shot. Oh, it's hit the post! Still the danger not gone. Quartero. Brilliant pullback. Oh, what a save! Well, that really would have sealed it. Movia. Quartero again, two in the centre. And this time it's headed clear by Harke. Back to Quartero. Oh, well, that wasn't his best flick in the world. Carmeni has kept Espanyol in the game. Milito can't believe that his side aren't 2-0 up. This is the ball in, and that's Milito's had a good save. That was a shot that came back off the post from D'Alessandro, and that was the header from Milito. Terrific save. Meantime, Zabaleta has come on for Sanchez for Espanyol. In 30 seconds, that could have seen Espanyol completely blown out of sight, but the post and the keeper has kept them in the game. By Movia. Desperate to get forward here now, Espanyol. Luis Garcia. And it's drifted out on the near side. Was the shot from D'Alessandro. Played for Portsmouth, of course, in the Premiership last season. Again, another free kick this time. Foul on the substitute Zabaleta. Slotted into this right side for Espanyol. We're at the midway stage of this second half. Still Zaragoza leading by a goal to nil, but Espanyol with plenty of men forward. And here they come again. There's a slip though by Costa. And a kick. Oh no, he's off. Well, Costa was booked in the first half. That's his second. And now it's even Stevens. Red card. Well, so frustrating. Fully committed. You'd hardly say it was a clinical challenge. He's just lost the ball there. Tried to win it back. Clips the ankle of Molina. Of Movia, I should say. And there it is. The referee obliged really to bring out a yellow card. And it's sad to see. And there's all sorts of talk about some sort of middle card, whether that's an orange card, so that a referee who has to bring out a yellow can think about giving the player a slight chance. Here's Quartero. 10 men apiece now. Movia. This game has had everything. A goal on his home debut from Pablo Aymar. Two sending-offs, one apiece. Terrific stop at one end from Carmeni. Anyone who says Spanish football isn't physical should watch this game. It's been a real bruising encounter. Portero played really well on the left. And Quartero could be in trouble here. That was a clumsy challenge. The referee may go back and talk to him. And Espanyol still pushing, desperately searching for an equaliser. That'll be a goal kick. Will the referee go back and speak to Quartero here? There's Costa. Caesar with a goal kick. Still time here for Espanyol. The loss of Costa, a real blow. And that was Nolito racing back in defence. Corner kick to Espanyol. Oh. Who would be a manager? Victor Fernandez. Zaragoza coach just hasn't sat down. Valverde a lot calmer alongside him, although he must be burning up inside. His side trailing. Is there an equaliser here, though? It's deep to the far post, so it's well taken. Unusual sort of goal kick. Came off Pandiani. I think you can see the funny side. Little wry grin there from Cesar. He's not had that much to do tonight. Parquet. Zabaleta wants it right. There he is. Now cut out by Movilla. That's again a silly challenge. Zapata. Corominas it was who was brought down. Now then, will this be a shot at goal? Nice free kick at the other end. We saw the woodwork struck and a brilliant save from Carmani. What can Espanyol do in front of goal here? Luis Garcia looks like he fancies a crack at goal. Strikes the wall. Oscar it was who headed clear. Kick Zabaleta off Movilla. Oof, well, it was a bullet header. Wide of the target from Walter Pandiani. Plenty of encouragement from Valverde. Diogo just running out of room. And the crowd, you can feel the hush whenever Espanyol get the ball. And the noise goes up as, again, Zaragoza get forward. Nolito looked to be running out of legs there for a second. Zabaleta. That's good running. Garcia took a deflection. Diogo with a header out. He's got to be close to being man of the match. De Alexandro, and the former Portsmouth player, has really turned it on here tonight. Here's Movia. Nito in against the huge frame of Carmeni. Really going for this now, Espanyol. Remember, 10 against 10. Both sides have had players sent off. Zaragoza losing Poncio in the first half. Espanyol losing Costa in the second. Zaragoza really packing their half now. Look at all those white shirts. Jonatas. And it's well cut out by Oscar. And it's a poor pass. Far too short for Diogo. There's a challenge off the ball there that the referee's had a close look at. Here's Zabaleta. It's not a bad ball in, just curling over the head of Pandiani. The referee did actually go back and have a look at that challenge a few moments ago. And Zapata, who's had one of his more physical evenings here, finds his way into the book. Flag stays down. Here's Oscar. Great shot, just wide. Not sure if Carmeni got a touch on that. Did the keeper just get a finger on it? The flag stayed down. Took it first time, and he did indeed. Struck it well, did Oscar. And that's a terrific save. That was heading into the top corner. Alexandro with the corner. Flag has gone up this time for offside. Less than 12 minutes remaining here. Espanyol still pushing for that equaliser. And coming forward again. Zaragoza have really defended well here. Just wonder, watching this, if Espanyol could have been a little more positive right from the start. Certainly got more options now with the changes that they've made. That's a poor header. Here's Pandiani. Not really. He's not up to scratch. Four shots at goal, Zaragoza, all on target. 7 shots from Espanyol, but they've only hit the target twice. By Zapata. Alejandro again. He really has been a thorn for Espanyol tonight. Just annoying defenders. He's only a little short fella as well. Lito went down just inside the penalty area. No big appeals. Wonderful footwork from Diogo. This is Movilla. I remember watching Movilla when he played at Malaga, and David Pleat, the former Tottenham Hotspur manager, was highly impressed with him. There's Oscar. Just crowded out. It really is end-to-end stuff now. Zabaleta has made a difference since he came on. Marque. That was a long searching ball. Here's Pandiani. Not got a lot of support around him. Zabaleta again coming forward. Zabaleta again. They've worked this well, Espanyol. Oh, it's been spilled by Cesar. Goodness me. And Melito saves the day again. It's twice that Cesar's dropped important crosses. Here's the ball in. Still the danger not gone. Again it's Zabaleta. Sergio with a header out. And they're not committing many players forward now. Zaragoza. Alejandro. This is Melito. Could finish it off here. It is Melito. 2-0. And that is that 3 points surely now for Zaragoza. And the brilliance of Alejandro on the right. And the finish from Melito. Second goal of the season. And Valverde knows now that this is over. Zaragoza 2, Espanyol 0. And it came at a time when there was a mistake at the other end. He's done well here, Melito. Just turns inside the defender, Harke. Defender didn't know if he was going to go right. And that's a terrific finish. Second goal of the season for Melito. And it came in a moment when Espanyol were looking at their most dangerous. And they'll be celebrating here in Zaragoza this evening. Massive points. Just 8 minutes to go, and Espanyol now need something short of a miracle to even get a point. Forward by Movilla. Oscar is onside. It could be 3-0. It is. And inside a minute, Zaragoza wrap it up. Espanyol ripped apart. And Oscar, the substitute, cool and calm and collective. The offside trap beaten, although Espanyol still complaining that Oscar was in an offside position. It was Movilla's lob through, and Oscar one-on-one with the keeper, making no mistake. Took it well. So many times you see players panicking once they get into that position. No chance with Oscar. Zaragoza, while all the celebrating was going on, made a substitution there. Fita came on. There's a shot from distance. That is wide. Cesar celebrates as Temuda's shot drifts wide of the post. Astonishing, this wide. Certainly a reaction there from the goalkeeper. This was the second goal scored by Melito. 2 goals inside 90 seconds, and That's the first time I've seen Victor Fernandez with a smile on his face. He now knows that the job is well done. Alessandro given the well-earned rest. Lafita on the right. It's been a cracking second half. Is there more to come? This is Nolito. So Lafita, the substitute, who just couldn't find any space. And Espanyol, to their credit, still coming forward. Tamudu tackled by Portero. Mexican wave around the stadium here. The crowd, even at 2-0, unsure, but they now know that this is completely over. He's got to be pleased now, Victor Fernandez. The crowd are, just look at that. First win of the season for Zaragoza. One loss and now one win. Espanyol will go bottom of the table. 2 losses in 2. Diogo. I don't think there'll be a lot of time on for stoppages here. The young substitute. Well, it's been a fascinating encounter. All really lit up in the 31st minute of the first half when Poncio was sent off for Zaragoza. And then the 10 men took the lead, as so often happens. And it was like Roy the Rovers stuff. Pablo Aimar, the new signing, first appearance here in front of his new home fans. Striking home 7 minutes before the break. And then he was backs against the wall, sleeves rolled up for Zaragoza. Solid defending. Sergio has been magnificent. You'd have to say the whole defence, Melito alongside him. And just as Espanyol threw all of the artillery at them, including Walter Pandiani and Tamudu, Zaragoza broke away. And Melito made it 2-0. Oscar then, 90 seconds later, scoring a third. And we have a yellow card coming out here. Silly now, really, La Cruz in the book. There's no point. The game is gone. No point in picking up a caution. Oscar, who scored the third goal and brought down. And we're inside now the final 2 minutes at the Romareda Stadium here in Zaragoza. Really has been a gripping match, though. It's only been in the last 6 minutes that you could say the game was wrapped up. Before that, certainly Espanyol looked more than capable of grabbing an equaliser. Villa spreads it right, Diogo. Just playing time out now, and you can see the Espanyol players just dropping back. They now know that this is gone. Portero. Zabaleta with the challenge. Such a tidy player, Zabaleta, came on in the second half for Espanyol. You do feel will perhaps have difficulty this season unless they sort things out. 2 games, 0 points, bottom of the table. They're going to have to really work hard to tidy things up. Otherwise, you'll feel they're fighting to stay in the division, even at this early stage. Last 20 seconds of the match. You can feel the pace now of the game has certainly dropped. Quartero didn't even really want to chase that ball from Revilla. On kick from Zabaleta. Just 2 minutes of time added on the stoppages. A tiny ball from Diogo. Revilla with the interception. And now Movia. They fancy a shot from here. It was let fly. Dropped by Kamani. Nobody following in. The referee's looked at the watch and may bring this to an end. But it really has been all about De Alexandro. Wonderful performance from the former Portsmouth right winger, and indeed Pablo Aimar, first appearance, not on the pitch now, he's been substituted, but a brilliant performance. It could be 4-0. Oh, what a stop by Carmani as Oscar burst through. The flag had gone up anyway, and the referee is about to bring this to an end. It was a terrific stop anyway. I'm not convinced that that was offside. Did go up rather late. Referee again with another look at the watch as Espanyol launch one final attack. It's really immaterial now. Luis Garcia. Is there a consolation here? It could be. Oh, it's off the woodwork. And that just sums up Espanyol's night. And there is perhaps a chance here. Oof. Well, high and wide from Lafita, and he has the final kick of the game as the referee blows up. That would have been quite spectacular, and goals from Aimar, Melito and Oscar have made the difference here tonight, and a quite stunning first half performance from Pablo Aimar. The shot a few moments ago as the ball came back off the woodwork. Thanks for your company. I'm Paul Breen-Turner in La Romareda. I'll see you again soon. Final score here tonight.